Corvette Cruisin on the oval. Hello there everyone and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we are driving a 2014 Corvette C7. We're driving it at the American Club and Cup 700. The track is a special stage route X track where we are doing one lap. We were 12th of 12 vehicles and we started with a rolling start. Now this car at the top end speeds that it can do is a little bit erratic. It's a little bit difficult to handle. I've tried racing in this Corvette a few times and I decided that maybe what we'll try is go a little bit slower, take the race a little bit easier, have a cleaner drive, and see if we can win it in that fashion. Now, the strategy is always the same. You just catch up to the next guy and wait for an opportunity to pass him. However, we don't have to wait for opportunities. The track is nice and wide. We've got lots of room. Now, after having raced this particular track with this car and other cars, I found that this Corvette, when you get to the end and you take that tight turn to come back again, you got to slow it down. I've gotten into trouble going around that corner at the end a little bit too fast, and it just doesn't work out. Which is the reason why I'm seeing if driving a little bit slower would help and make for a better race. And I feel it does. Now there is a surprise ending at the end. You might want to stick around for that and see what happens. But here we are pushing it up a little bit now because we're getting near the end of this long, lengthy straight stretch, and we got some open space here. So wherever the next car is, we'd like to catch up to that one because we're not sure, but I think there's only 2 cars left to go. There they are. So here we are coming up to the corner, and you gotta back it off a little bit. About 100, anywhere between 165 and 180 is a good speed. Now as you can tell, I'm doing just over 160, and those 2 cars, which I believe are the only 2 cars left in front of me, they're starting to pull away a little bit. So we don't want to push it too much. We brought it up to 170, 172, but we're going to wait until we straighten out, because while you're going around this corner, if you push it too hard, it'll push your car toward the outside of the track, and you could end up spinning out. So we don't want to do that. So we'll wait till we're back here on the straight, nice and flat, and now we can push it. Now we can open it up a little bit, but there again, like I said, I don't want to go 250, 245, 250. I think it's too erratic for the car, and the car becomes unstable to drive. So, and then it takes away from the fun and enjoyment out of the race. So I'm just keeping it 234, 235. That's, we got this Corvette quite easily. And then we got one more, and I believe it is also a newer Corvette. And then we got that long turn, the turn at the end of this long straight stretch. So if we can get past this next Corvette before we get to the tunnel, which comes just before the turn, then we should be okay. In the meantime, we keep it at this speed, like I said, 233, 234, and we enjoy the graphics and enjoy the drive. I mean, when you're in VR and the sun is shining through the windshield, it's almost like your arm is getting warmer. It's weird, but it's true. So here we are, we got that last car, the last Corvette, and we're coming up to the tunnel, so we did exactly what we wanted to do. And once out of the tunnel, there's a little bit more straight to go, and then she starts turning again, where you'll have to slow down. So you want to make sure that you got a little bit of a buffer zone between that last car that you just passed and yourself, so that you could slow down a little bit through the corner and take it a little bit safer. But the one thing we must never forget, which the OpenFed is always guilty of, is that we forget to keep an eye on our rearview mirror. Because sometimes cars that we passed don't like it, and they want to come back and pass us. So keep an eye on the rear view mirror when you're racing this race, because you're coming around a corner here, and I'm doing 160, just over 160, a safe speed, but it's a little bit too slow. I should have been pushing it up to about 170, 175, because in the background, through the rear view mirror, you can see that green Corvette catching up to us. He goes just ripping by us. And we're gonna have a photo finish. I love this race. I hope you enjoyed it too. You have a great rest of your day, and hope to see you back here real soon. We've been racing with the Corvette.